All right, and that was welcome back, I should say once again. That was Paul Simon with Late in the Evening, number 6 on the pop charts in 1980, and the iconic Fab Four with Get Back, number 1 in 1969, and featuring Billy Preston on the electric piano. Now, both of these men have new albums coming out, or already out, I should say. Paul McCartney's new album, Egypt Station, is available everywhere where music is streamed or sold, and the same goes for Paul Simon's new album, In the Blue Light. To give you a little story, I went home over the weekend just to, just kind of get away from the college scene for a little while. And while I was home, I picked up Egypt Station after hearing about it for months on end and even seeing I'm sure you guys all saw the Carpool Karaoke with James Corden that he did over the summer. That was a lot of fun. And anyway, I listened to the entire album on my drive back to school on Sunday morning, and it was excellent. I don't have a single complaint right now. But it definitely goes to show that just because Paul is getting up there in age doesn't mean he's lost it at all. There's a lot of energy on this new album, and you can definitely hear it from the singles that he put out called Come On To Me and For You. He just performed a very intimate concert in Grand Central Station. It was streamed on YouTube. I got to catch a little bit of that in New York to help promote the release, and he even broke out both sides of the Beatles' very first single from 1962 or 1963, somewhere around then. But both of these numbers have never really been performed live. There's the single Love Me Do, and then the flip side, From Me to You. I should say, though, it is still a little too early to kind of decide where to place Egypt Station, the new album in Paul's legendary catalog of material. But I enjoyed it very much for what it was. Definitely go and check that out whenever you get the chance. Once again, Egypt Station available everywhere where music is streamed or sold. Now, I just also put it in order for Paul Simon's new album earlier today, so I haven't really had a chance to hear any of the songs on it. But the record essentially goes in hand with Paul Simon's retirement announcement that he made earlier this year. He's planning to stop touring on the long scale and kind of more draw it back to maybe doing a handful of appearances for charities and just kind of special events. Where was I here in my script? I'm actually reading off I've kind of gone back to my old format where it's just me, there's no co-host, and I'm reading from a script, so let me see where I'm at. Okay. Here we go. I was saying the album itself really goes in hand with Simon's retirement announcement that he made, because the new album features Paul revisiting lesser-known songs from his catalog and re-recording them with new arrangements. It's a very bold artistic move to make, but then again, Paul Simon's, kind of made a career out of making bold artistic moves. Whether traveling to Africa to record Graceland or even producing an entire Broadway musical based on the legend of the notorious killer who was known as the Cape Man back in the 1960s. I'll have my full thoughts on the new record for next week's show, but in the meantime, let's get back. See what I did there? Let's get back to Billy Preston with this song, which soared all the way to number 1 and was actually the very first musical number ever performed on Saturday Night Live on October 11th, 1975. It's a fun ragtime melody, Nothing from Nothing.